I discovered KGM, owner Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free site to advertise. Go to proadvertisersclub.com, join for free today, and start advertising for free.
Okay, I was talking about, somebody had asked me a question, Luke Fights, about because over on Candy, if they use facsimile pictures, staples, you've heard all the stories. And here's the bottom line on all this, whether it's VeVe, Candy, all the sites that I'm on, I feel comfortable with. The research that I've done and the people that I've listened to, I think these are the winners, at least right now. Can that change? Anything can change it. Whatever information we get or data. But as of right now, as I'm making this video, when I'm promoting these sites, I feel comfortable with them and I'm using them and investing in them myself. This is not financial advice. It's entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe. But so you can stick around and watch if I crash or burn or make it or whatever. But the point I'm making is, when you ask a question like that, one, that's a very good question. That's a question that everybody should ask. Second, what I always keep in the back of my head is that this is fun, but something could change tomorrow, even quicker than like stocks or any other kind of investment, simply because this isn't really regulated. Crypto and NFTs are going by old regulation that the SEC and Gary Gensler just keep saying that's what they're going by. But when regulation catches up to this stuff, what works now might not work tomorrow as far as strategy. I mean, they could, the SEC could come out and say all NFTs are banned, something crazy. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, who gets to make the decision? So it's a question that no matter how much research you do, you just feel comfortable because you're using common sense. Like, these are strong, established IPs. You trust the people behind it. And you're hoping you're in the right place at the right time when things take off, and hopefully you're having a lot of fun. That's all these platforms I do. I'm making them into businesses, but at the same time, I'm having a blast. Too much fun. And so, yeah, every day I wake up and I look for news about crypto and NFTs. I only subscribe to the watchers that I trust. If I catch them lying or pumping something just for their own benefit, I swap them out and I get more, somebody else that's better, more trustworthy. And most of us are in the same boat, though. We're just in something we tremendously enjoy and see a vision of the future. But again, until the regulation catches up, I can't guarantee you anything. Nobody can. It's just, logically, they would come out and say, okay, we're just going to add this regulation, that regulation, and everybody who's been doing it ain't going to get screwed. But what happens if they don't? Perfect example, in the 1930s, people had all their money in gold, and the government came out and outlawed gold. You had to turn your gold in, and they confiscated it all. And after they confiscated up all of it, it skyrocketed, and they made a bundle and paid off the national debt. Now, I'm not going to try to FUD here, but what I'm saying is that happened before. And have I thought, and I've gotten this from watching other YouTubers who have said the same thing. What are the chances that the government, who is so in debt, decides to outlaw crypto, confiscate it, and they can confiscate crypto way easier than they did gold? Because with gold, they had to hunt it down, or the people had to bring it in themselves. On crypto, they could push a button. Okay? But what if they do that and then they pay off the net, then it skyrockets and they pay off the debt? Is that their game out? Is that their end game for this high debt we're in? Is that why they're not? Who knows? And that's a scary thought. And I really am not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to say, That's what you got to keep in the back of your head, because this shit is so new. There's no regulation regulating it. It's all old regulation they're pushing on it and saying, well, this comes under, that's the big fight with SEC and XRP is it security or not? One says it is, and SEC says it isn't, or it is, and XRP says it's not. So they gotta sit down, regulate it, and for some reason they don't seem too hurry to do it. So I don't know. So I plan accordingly, and I hope you're doing so too. But anyway, I'm way off what this video is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about me DCAing on the 30th of December, Saturday, a day before the end of the year. And I am going to go after, let's look at the 2 drops coming up. This is tomorrow. Or no, this is actually Tuesday, I think. Yeah, 2 more days. So what's today? So it would be Tuesday. That's coming Tuesday, and there's 70. This is the first appearance of Venom 2099. So I'm going to go for it. I always go for at least one, and if I get the common, great. That's my collection then. And then if I get this secret rare, I'll probably flip it. And I'll be honest, if I flip a secret rare, if I'm getting any extra gems right now, I'm pretty much buying golden moments. Okay, that's just to be transparent. But I don't get hardly any secret rares, and so we'll come to that when we come to it. Okay, 7,500. Then there's another one, and that would be 2 days later. So that would be Thursday. And this one is the first appearance of Miles Morales of the Marvel Universe. Now, you're going to get confused here if you're not familiar with this. The Marvel Universe is separate from Miles Morales' universe. That's why on TV they did the Loki show where he's in charge of all the timelines now, because Marvel back years ago started making all these different universes, trying to change. You got instead of a male Spider-Man, you got a woman Spider-Man. Instead of a white Spider-Man, you got a black Spider-Man. And they did a good job on it. It's pretty neat. But this is his first appearance in the real Marvel universe, the one that we grew up on before they split it up into different universes. And actually, I grew up on the, in the 70s. So I'm going to be a lot different from the group that grew up on Miles Morales Spider-Man. So how many copies they got? 7,500. I'm happy with the 7. I could be happy with 5,000, but 7,500 is good. And these are some awesome covers, all of them. There's not a bad cover in this whole thing. Okay. So let's go DCA now. I do this every day, and I'm kind of going over the comics. What I'm trying to really do is attract new people. If you're not in VeVe, go join VeVe. It's free to do so, and then study and research as much as you can. It's already very overwhelming with all the product they have on this account, on this platform. And every comic I'm skipping over is still a good comic. They're all first appearances. They're all first editions, this, that, whatever, #1 issues. But I'm just concentrating on Silver Age. But I'll give you a little bit of history of some of the comics that are important that you might want to zero in on. And this one is right here, The Addiction. It's not a Marvel comic. It's VeVe's very own first comic. Okay? And it's going to be a grail as of way of not Marvel Comics, but VeVe. Now that's a good price, $6.99. It's come down. If it drops to $5, I'm going to start buying up again. I've been selling him at $8, and if it comes back down to $5, that's the common. Now the reason I'm sticking to common is 1, it's within my budget, and 2, I think that when it goes mainstream, which might be 5 years, 10 years, I don't know, could be tomorrow, that people coming in, that collectors are going to want the original covers. Now, in this case, they're all original covers because it's the first comic they ever put out. It wasn't like they just put out. And actually, you see the red cover, the uncommon, and the blue cover, the ultra rare. They've got the VeVe logo in it, and so there's lots of speculation. No answers, but that's I mean, how many of us lay awake at night trying to figure out why VeVe did what they did on any of their drops? And it's a lot of fun. It can drive you nuts. So that's one you want to stack. Now, the way I stack, my strategy is I get one for myself. That's my collection. And then I get 9 to flip. I think 10's the magic number because that gives you plenty to mess around with as far as selling. And you know, if you only have 2 and you sell one, then you got to, if you want to sell the next one, that's the one out of your collection. So if you have 10, you got plenty, you know, you could sell a couple and still sit on some. And then if it goes down, buy up. If it goes even higher, sell more. Now, eventually you'd run out. But so anyway, Return of the Jedi. Hate the cover. I remember when this comic came out and I was just like, wow. And the artist made up for it on the Secret Rare because they brought the artist back and did the new one. So great. I don't know if they were in a hurry or what, you know, just, I don't know. I just personally didn't like the cover. But I did not get any on the drop. It sold out and it shocked the hell out of me. And I still don't have any, but I will get some because it's Star Wars and you got to have it. Now, again, I'm skipping some of these comics. This one is not Silver Age, but it's the first issue of, I believe, Spider-Man's black suit. To me, it's overpriced right now. Is it a good comic? Again, they're all good comics. You could throw a dart at these comics and pick a good one. But yeah, I'm going to stay away from it right now. Now, here's one I might get today. And if it's at a good price, we'll just call it a night right here. $11.34. I am going to get that because I only have 3 of the, well, hold on. Let me go check Spider-Man because that was coming down too. I've got 9 Spider-Man, so I need one more. The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Now, there's a ton of Fantastic Four #1s and Amazing Spider-Man #1, but they are grails, big time. Gwen Stacy is going to be very important. It's her first appearance, and she's going to be big in the Marvel Universe. She's already in. Her and Miles Morales kind of go together, type of thing, and I see them as the future with the real, not just the cartoons, but the real live movies. Ghost Rider first appearance, get some. They're a very good price right now. Definitely stacking those. This one right here, Amazing Spider-Man #42. I think it's the first appearance of somebody, not the Sandman. Let's go look at that. But that's one I will get to and stack, but I'm not doing it right now. And it's very cheap, and there's tons of them. First full appearance. Oh, Mary Jane Watson. That's right. Now let's see what the secret rare is on that. I got that secret rare on the drop, and I loved it because it says, "Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot." It was pretty cool. But that's one of the few secret rares that I've gotten on a drop. And I still got it. The X-Men 200 is, you know, something maybe one day, but it's not Silver Age. Deadpool, the New Mutants '98, first appearance of Deadpool. This was one of the first comics they dropped on VeVe, like one of the first 5. And very important first appearance of Deadpool, but not after those yet. I'm sticking to Silver Age. And if I can find Spider-Man #1, that Avengers King Size Annual's probably one to go after. X-Men #1, but it's about $30 right now. Avengers #4, that's the first Captain America is back in the Silver Age. Boy, do they still got a lot of Golden Age comics to drop. We got one. Marvel #1. Candy's dropping tons of them. So VeVe's got a lot of, well, Marvel does, a lot of Golden Age comics to drop. Star Wars #1, Grail. Not Silver Age, but a Grail. $9.75. I need to get more of those. I thought I bought a bunch of these at $5. I think I saw them at $5 and never bought them. But I love that cover, so I will be getting some of the uncommon. I don't care for these other posters too much, but who wouldn't want the secret rare, right? Okay, the Green Goblin, must have. It's a Grail in some way, shape, or form. I got 5 of them, and they're going for $3.75, but there's a lot of those, so I'm going to hold off on that. Strange Tales. That is the first appearance of somebody, but I'm going to ignore that right now. That's a Silver Age comic, though. That's for sure. Okay. There's that Return of the Jedi. This right here, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. Very underpriced. Need to stack it. Not today. Giant Size X-Men, they're $30 or more for the common. Get them. That's another one I got the secret rare drop on. So I've had maybe 4 secret rares I've gotten in 2 years. Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom. If I don't get the other 2, this one is one I might get, because I've only got 3 of these, and that's at $11.50. I think I got like $12 to spend today. And again, all these comics that I'm skipping aren't bad comics. I'm just concentrating on. That's Avengers number 80. I think that's a silver. It might be on the borderline. This Avengers 83 or 52, that is a Silver Age, but there's only 1,000 of them, and they're only in the common cover. There's no other rarities of that comic, and they're only going for $40 because it was a secret drop from one of the conventions. This one right here, the Submariner Tales to Astonish number 90. That's a good one to get. I think it's the first appearance of Abomination or one of those characters. All the Tarzans are good to get. I will start collecting those. Spider-Man number 41 with the Rhino. That's a good one to stack. That's a Silver Age. Daredevil, the first appearance of Bullseye. She-Hulk number 1. Any of the number 1s, you know. But I'll get to those later. X-Men number 3, same thing. I'll be stacking those, but not today. Thor with Hercules, the Journey to Mystery number 1. This is the first appearance of Hercules. He did appear earlier, but it wasn't really Hercules. It was a guy just dressed up as Hercules. So the first appearance goes to this issue. Definitely a Grail stackable. Not a super Grail, but it's a Grail. Okay, then right here, you've got, this is the first appearance of the Punisher, Amazing Spider-Man 129. I'll be stacking those. The Giant Lizardman, there's only 5,000 of these and only 1,600 commons. Very low mint. Get it if you can. I've got one. I'm waiting for it to come down in price. Let's see what they're at. I got mine for like $16, I think. Or 16 gems, I'm sorry. Yeah, $15.45. I'm going to try to get, I want at least 2. There, the Tales of Suspense, and that's the first, I think that's the Black Widow's first appearance. That's a nice one to get and stack. Very cheap right now. Very good prices. There's the Miles Morales first issue. Definitely one to collect. Daredevil, number 1. Let's see if he's real cheap. I might grab him. I need some more of these. Yeah, he's $8.49. That's incredible. But there's a lot of them. He's one of the first comics they dropped on the platform. Okay, there's a Fantastic Four. I'm going to check on Spider-Man. I might get that to knock out my 10. The New Mutants, not a Silver Age, but it's number 1. Probably you want to stack 10 of those. Okay. And there's great storylines and stuff like that. But like I said, that Fantastic Four number 52, that is the first appearance. This one right here, that's the first appearance of the Black Panther. Journey and Mystery, first appearance of Thor. But that's $35 right now. So I'll be moving on from that. Iron Man, same thing. It's like $35. The Phoenix, that's a good one to collect. Great storyline. There's the Kraven. That's going to one I'm going to be stacking. He's going to be big, supposedly, in the next few years with coming out. The Sentinels will be a good storyline. They already had it in the other one. Okay, there's Doc Ock. Now, I just picked up like 3 of them. I was paying like $6, $7. Let's see what he's at. $6.99. He's getting cheaper. I might grab some of those. Hero for Hire. Luke Cage. I got some of those. Those are going. Let me see what those are going for. Yeah, 359. Could get 3 of those. Avenger with Kang. Yeah, I know Kang, in real life messed up, the actor. That doesn't mean the comic Kane is blacklisted. He's still a very Grail-like comic. And this Strange Tales is way under price. First appearance of Doctor Strange. But here we go. Let's see what this is going for. I'll just grab this one, and then we'll go look at my stack. It's at $12. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. That way I've got 10. And I think I got enough. It's kind of a high mint, but oh well. Yeah, I got 9. So let's go ahead and buy it. Yeah, I've got 1265. There you go. I've got my 10. So I will now concentrate on Fantastic Four #1 on trying to get it. Let's go look at my stack, which I love to look at. Isn't that beautiful? If it was only longer, right? But anyway, I'm in good shape on Amazing Spider-Man #1. If things take off tomorrow, I'm in real good shape. If they don't, if prices get worse, I might stack 20 of these. That's the beauty of DCA. It empowers you to get the best price every single day. Where if you bought it, if you come in and throw it all in one day, maybe if you knew it was going to pump tomorrow, okay, I could see it. But you don't. It cannot pump. It could totally not pump at all during this halving. Just because Bitcoin's halving doesn't mean everything's going to go up. So that's the way you got to think. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a nice night. Okay, I was talking